Hi, my name is JRPrice, and I'd like to show you what I've been working on with the Solomon or Dynamics SL database. What I've done is created an OLAP database, and I'm pointing to it through Excel and using Excel as the presentation tool. So let me just go over what you're seeing here. I've added some buttons just to get some common things completed quickly so you don't have to go through the menus. I have a page items on here which helps me limit the data, so we're only going to look at order year and the order month, and we can change which months we want to look at on the fly. Also looking at the customer number, order number, product line, and this is a column that is overloaded, meaning that it has multiple meanings. There's multiple data items in this. It can't have, one line can't be an employee, a vendor, or a product name at the same time. It can only be one of these, so that's what I've done there. The sales price, standard cost, we are using a standard labor rate so that we're not exposing people's salaries. The hours and the units used, material costs, standard GM, and standard GM percent. Now, what's very powerful about this tool and really fun to use is that you can simply drag and drop things on and off of this spreadsheet that you don't want, and what happens then is the system automatically recalculates it in really just seconds. So let me just give you an example of that. I have the customer number and the order number here in the product line, but if I wanted to see the product itself that was being that was on this order, I can go to the field list and I can go to the inventory item or the item sold. I forget some of these names sometimes. Let's see. The item ordered, and I could drag it over here, and you see how fast it recalculates the entire spreadsheet. There are 100,000 items in this spreadsheet right now, so that shows you the speed. I'm not using a supercomputer or anything like that. This is a pretty basic computer. Okay, now I've scrolled down a little bit to show what may be a more interesting order, and what we can see here. We can see the customer number, the order number, the product line, the item that was ordered, and then what actually went on to that. In other words, labor. Here's some material here on this line. We have some more labor, and you can see that the hours that were completed and what the labor cost was, and we can see our final on this product. On this ordered line item, we can see what our gross margin was. Now, this particular report is great for a project manager, department head, someone that is trying to analyze individual orders or a customer. But let's say that you're a little bit up the food chain and you're trying to look at the company on a product line basis. Well, that's really easy to do, because what we can do is just drop the drag and drop the items that you don't want off of here, and you see it's pretty quick. I think I missed that one. Get the ordered off of here. Okay, so now what I have is the product line analysis. I can see how many hours for 2010 have occurred in Art In, which is one of our product lines. I can see the cost and the revenue, everything that I need to know to analyze the individual product lines. And you can see how quick that is. So if you can imagine all the different ways you can configure this report to drill down into the data or to drill up to look at a higher level view of the data, you can do that. It's extremely easy to go from total sales for the year down to what employee spent how many hours on a particular order, because we can go in and just select, let's say that this was the order column, we can easily just go in and select the order, or in this case I'll just show you how to select particular product lines, and we can just change the form altogether. We can also look at a particular month. Let's say that we're only interested in June. We can do that very easily. And we can also reduce the number of columns I'm showing that have the measures or the dollar amounts or numbers, I should say, in there. So now we're only interested in the sales price. We have the sales price here for each product line for this month in 2010. But I can also take this and spread it so that I'm showing the months in the columns. So now if you can imagine us going back to orders, customers, we could see which customers ordered how much in what month, what their order numbers were, what products they purchased. I did a quick calculation and I found that there was about 700,000 different answers in this. So imagine that you have 700,000 different combinations of data that you can look at, really just by dragging and dropping.